Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play the Blackwell Legacy. Last we left off, Joey asked if we can dig it, or if we don't dig it.
I think so. The ghosts don't know they're dead.
Yeah, right. So, we have to help them accept it. Once they accept their death, they are much more willing to move on. That's my job, see? I talk to the spooks. They trust me more because I'm one of them. You do the legwork. See? Anyway, I know you have some questions about this place, so go ahead and ask them.
Nice of him to give us the opportunity.
What about that ghost in the park? The one from last night. Why didn't we bring her here?
First of all, I didn't think you were ready. And secondly, that ghost was too lost and confused. When a ghost is like that, I can't just force the tie into their hands. It won't work, don't ask me why. They have to know they're dead first. Your aunt called it, being spiritually ready.
Uh-huh.
What about you? Can you go through that hole and move on?
I wish, darling. But I can't. I've tried before, but it just spits me back out. I'm stuck here, whether I like it or not.
You're wearing your tie again. How did that happen?
Not sure. Near as your aunt and me figured, the tie is just an extension of whatever power brought us here. It's not a real physical tie. No more than I am a real physical person.
But that makes no sense.
Look, just accept it, dollface. Forget logic. For you, logic went out the window the day I appeared in your bedroom. There ain't no instruction manual for this. Your aunt and me just figured it out as we went along.
Are you okay, Joey?
Me? I'm dandy.
You don't look all right.
It's just this place. I don't like it. Probably because I don't belong. Maybe someday, but not now.
I think I've learned enough.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Imagine having something like that in your head.
Welcome back.
Ugh.
Take it easy. It's a little disorientating.
I'm fine. So what now? Go back to the park and bring her to that place?
You got it.
And how do we do that?
There are 3 steps. First, we have to find out more about her. Second, we use that information to get through to her, convince her that she's dead. And 3, help her move on.
Simple enough.
How do we find out more about her? She could be anybody.
Not necessarily. That picture you got, the one of the 3 girls? That blonde girl is either the ghost in the park or her twin sister.
Uh-huh.
Were you looking through my stuff?
Well, I gotta keep busy somehow. What else am I gonna do while you're sleeping?
Oh my god, you're freaking creepy, Joey. And not because you're a ghost.
The blonde girl is dead.
Looks like it.
And this other girl, Joanne, she's dead too.
Yep.
What's going on?
That, my dear, is our bread and butter.
What else can we do to learn more about the ghost in the park?
The photo, dear, it's the biggest clue we have.
How do we convince ghosts that they're actually dead?
That's the tricky part. Near as I can figure, we need to remind the ghosts who they are. Their death was too traumatic, or too violent, or too emotional that their little spirit minds snapped. So we need to do whatever we can to bring them back to themselves.
You're so
And how
mean,
do we
Joey.
do that?
Usually by finding something that has a personal significance to them. Could be an object, a piece of information, or even another person.
So we need to know more about the ghost in the park.
You're a writer, yeah? Think of this as the ultimate character study.
He's so mean. He's like, emotional. Gosh.
How do we help a ghost move on?
With my magic tie, dear. I give one end to the spook, the other end to you. You pull the ghost in, and you send them on their way.
You don't come in with me?
No, sorry. That's your job.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, let's get going.
But before we do,
Hey, Joey.
What is it, dear?
we can have chats with him. Oh, okay, so that's...
What was Auntie Lauren like?
What do you want to know about her for?
I just do. Can't you tell me anything?
Hey, we've got lots to do. Ask me later.
He dodges. Again.
What was my grandmother like?
Her? We have to talk about her?
What's wrong with her?
Nothing. Forget it. Ask me later.
I can kind of not blame him. I really can't blame him for not wanting to talk about really either one of them. they didn't exactly end on the best terms. Ask him to stop moving.
Can't you stay still?
Huh?
The way you float all over the room like that, you're making me dizzy.
You sound like my mother. You're just gonna have to get used to it, babe.
Leave? I don't want him to leave.
Can you ever leave?
Leave? What do you mean leave?
Leave. Get out of my apartment. Go somewhere else.
What, don't you like me?
It's not that. It's just, well, what about privacy?
I'll turn my back when you're in the shower, don't worry.
And what about personal space?
I'm a ghost. It's not like I take up any space.
You know what I mean.
Sorry, darling, no can do. I told you I can't travel far from my hosts. I can go maybe 30 feet before something stops me.
That must be annoying.
It's not so bad now. After 25 years watching your aunt drool, this is like staying at the Ritz.
How did you die?
Excuse me? How did I die?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a personal question, isn't it?
Is it?
Yes!
Sorry.
Wow, yeah, that was a bit invasive there, Rosangela.
So what can you actually do?
Do?
As a ghost? Any powers or anything like that?
What you see is what you get, dear. I can float through walls as long as I'm still near you.
But you can't touch anything.
Not really.
Not really?
Well, you remember that breeze you felt when I manifested myself last night?
Yeah.
That's the extent of my physical presence. Neat trick, huh?
Not really.
Everyone's a critic.
Given that he's a ghost, that's pretty impressive.
I don't suppose you'd know anything about Joanne, would you?
Nope, no more than you. Judging by the picture, she knows that sob story in the park. But that's all.
Why would Joanne commit suicide?
Who knows? Maybe she was in a hurry.
Joey!
That's not funny.
You want a different answer, ask a different ghost.
What do you think of Adrian?
Adrian? Huh. His parents must have really hated him to saddle him with that name.
Joey.
Still, to be sharing a floor with a bevy of young college ladies. Huh. Maybe he doesn't have it so bad.
Eye roll.
What do you think of Kelly?
That kid? I suppose once you get past all that metal, and the clothes and the hair and the nasty makeup, not to mention the skin, and the nasty attitude, maybe. Nah, forget it.
You're so mean, gosh.
You're sure that the ghost you saw is the girl in this picture?
Positive.
That's a very strong coincidence.
When it comes to your family, kid, there are no coincidences. It's like trouble goes out of its way to find you.
How reassuring.
Just calling him as I see him.
I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, let's get going.
But, interestingly enough,
Joey crashes yet another photograph. He doesn't look happy. Joey crashes yet another photograph. He doesn't look happy. That's definitely Auntie Lauren. Even way back then, Joey was following her around. How did she manage it?
so she was looking at Joey the entire time. Well, what about this one?
Joey
Yep.
crashes yet another photograph.
So he was there too, and that explains her nervous look, doesn't it?
This TV...
No. The photograph, please.
It's a photograph of Auntie Lauren and me. And Joey, too, I guess. So Auntie Lauren was a medium as well. All this time, and I never knew. I can't believe that Joey was around when Auntie Lauren was taking care of me. It's funny. With Joey there, we almost look like a real family.
Huh. That's kind of true. It looks like a much more complete picture, and now we know why she was grinning so awkwardly and why Rosa looked so scared. Well, now can we do some
Him
writing?
staring over my shoulder? I can't.
That's our new excuse. Do some research.
That's not something I can look up.
It's not?
No. No information about Kelly. Nope. No information about Adrian.
Well, other than the article.
No, I can't find any information about Joanne. My article hasn't been published yet. Typical.
Alright. But yes, the computer can also be a useful tool for doing research. Let's get out of here.
You coming?
Yeah, sure.
But where can we find out more about the other girls in the picture? Well, this won't help us find out anything, but let's go visit with Nishanti. It's a new day, after all.
Come in. Hello again, Rosa. Come in. Are you all right, Rosa? You look a little preoccupied.
I'm fine.
I can't imagine.
That's odd. Moti never acts like that.
Oh, jeez. In case you haven't noticed, some animals can sense me. Are you getting a good look, mutt? Boo!
Jerk!
What's gotten into you, Moti? I'm sorry, he must be sick or something.
Or
It's
something.
all right. Apparently, that's Joey.
Apparently.
That's Nishanti's dog. You said yesterday that you sense things.
Yes?
Could you tell me more about that?
Well, I'm not psychic or anything, if that's what you mean. I'm just observant. Anyone could tell something was wrong if they kept their eyes open. Speaking of which, care to tell me what's wrong?
What do you mean?
You look ill at ease, uncomfortable. The way your eyes keep moving back and forth. Is everything all right?
Say you're fine, kid.
I'm fine.
Yep, everything's just dandy.
Just dandy.
And could you stop looking at me? I mean, I know it's hard.
I see. Well, I'm here if you need me.
Well,
All right.
I'd better go.
Take care, Rosa. Come back whenever you'd like.
Now, I could try talking to Joey in front of Nishanti, but
So,
that...
dogs can see you, huh?
Dogs, cats, birds, any dumb animal.
So what does that make me?
I don't know. A gerbil? You kind of look like a gerbil.
Shut up.
But yes, talking to him in front of other people will not bode well, given the whole "it makes you look kinda crazy" thing. Also, is it just me, or does Joey remind you of anyone?
Man, I hate this place. I was stuck here for 25 years. Why'd you have to drag me back here, huh?
Because I felt like it. Let's see if we can ask anything more of Dr. Quentin.
I'm here to see Dr. Quentin.
Sure thing, you're cleared. Go right in.
Come in.
Dr. Quentin?
Oh, hello. Come in, come in.
Huh.
Did my aunt and grandmother ever say anything specific about Joey?
No. Why? Have you learned anything?
Sort of.
Oh, no, I was just wondering.
Oh, real subtle.
Do you know anything about headaches?
It's hardly my specialty, but I know enough. Why?
I've been getting them. Lots of them.
In your case, I'd say they were triggered by stress.
Are they usually this bad?
It varies. Over-the-counter pain medication, rest, that's all I'd suggest.
Thanks.
Let's try telling him about Joey.
Dr. Quentin, I've got something to tell you.
Yes?
It's about Joey.
Oh?
Oh, no. Don't you dare.
Yeah,
Darling, you seem like a sweet kid. Don't ruin everything this early in the game. Hey, whatever you think you're doing, stop right now. You say one word to this quack about me and the jig is up.
he...
Are you listening? I just spent 25 years in this dump. I'm not gassed up to do it again, you dig? You want to be locked up in a padded cell with me for company? 'Cause that's what'll happen. And I'll make sure your life is a living hell. Think about it.
Yes, Miss Blackwell?
Never mind.
Good girl. Keep your yap shut and we'll get on just fine.
I guess I'll head out.
Very well. Goodbye, Miss Blackwell.
Now, yeah, he got intense there, but can you blame him? He was trapped in that room for 25 years. Imagine if you couldn't do anything but stand in one room and stare at someone that you once had some good chats with, but was now completely catatonic, except for the times when she was not, and she was, throwing fits all over the place and trying to pretend you didn't exist. Alternatively, talking to you while completely crazy. So, anyway, I'm out of time for this installment of Let's Play the Blackwell Legacy, but next time we're going to do some investigation into this blonde girl and her connection to Joanne. Hope to see you then.